Hello, thanks for joining us for our Solving Regional Problems with Plants series, as we take a look at environmental issues across North America and how grasses and sedges can help in solving those problems. I'm Alex Stanley Stretch, the Marketing Coordinator at Hoffman Nursery, and today I'm joined by Sammy Nickerson from our Sales and Customer Service team as she takes a look at Eastern Canada and the plants that solve problems there. The grasses and sedges mentioned in this series are part of our regional plant list. Full lists can be found on our website and in our catalog. I'll turn it over to Sammy.
Thank you for the introduction, Alex. Biodiversity is important in maintaining the balance of ecosystems. As species disappear, the stability of the ecosystem may be compromised, making it more susceptible to environmental changes, such as climate change, invasive species, or diseases. Eastern Canada is one of the many regions experiencing loss of biodiversity. Environmental changes, habitat destruction, and human impact are taking a toll on the region's plant and animal species. However, there are ways to mitigate the impacts of this by planting grasses, sedges, and rushes that give way to forage and cover for native pollinators and wildlife. In this section, we'll be covering Carex radiata, Schizocarium twilight zone, and Panicum heavy metal. First up, Carex radiata, or Eastern star sedge. It's a useful and adaptable sedge for many occasions. Its unique qualities make it an excellent choice for habitat restoration and biodiversity conservation in the region. This low-growing native sedge forms dense tufts and grows in mesic to wet mesic forests, often in seasonally wet areas. Its fine green foliage resembles Pennsylvania sedge, but Eastern star sedge has a bunchier appearance. This plant is happiest with consistent moisture, but will withstand drier conditions. A smart lower-level choice in rain gardens and bioretention cells, in shady areas as a matrix, or mowed high as a lawn alternative in areas with infrequent foot traffic. This sedge is often confused with Carex rosea, but Carex radiata has subtle floral differences and occurs on wetter sites. So if you're looking for Carex rosea for a job or project, Carex radiata is a fine substitute. When used in restoration or conservation projects, this plant can offer support for the local ecosystem, offering forage and shelter to a wide variety of wildlife, including insects, birds, and small mammals. Carex radiata offers more than just ecological support. Its deep fibrous root system anchors soil on sites prone to erosion and filters stormwater runoff. Because of its excellent erosion control, this sedge can be used on many types of green infrastructure projects, as mentioned before. The adaptability of this sedge can re-establish native habitats and provide crucial resources for local wildlife. Especially since Carex radiata is a native plant to this region, it plays a vital role in preserving the region's natural heritage. It's well suited to the local climate, and by incorporating native species like Eastern star sedge into restoration efforts, we can help rebuild ecosystems with plants that have co-evolved with the local environment. When trying to promote biodiversity within your garden or landscape, this is one sedge to consider. It offers many benefits, including food and forage for wildlife, erosion control, a lawn alternative for wet shady spots, and can even be used in green infrastructure projects. This adaptable and useful sedge is a good one to have in your toolkit. Next, Schizocarium twilight zone, also known as twilight zone little blue stem. The silvery iridescent mauve-purple color of the foliage is striking when added to the landscape. It keeps these beautiful colors through fall when even brighter purple highlights appear on the flower stems. About half as wide as it is tall, it has a full, upright columnar shape. Its soft colors blend beautifully with other perennials, particularly those with blue-green or silvery foliage. Schizocarium twilight zone thrives in full sun and dry to average, well-drained soils. Put it in tough, sunny, dry spots for a gorgeous solution to problem sites. One of the most significant advantages of Schizocarium twilight zone is its native status in Eastern Canada. Native plants are fundamental to the region's biodiversity as they have co-evolved with local ecosystems and wildlife. This grass is beneficial to many insects and mammals as it provides nesting material for native bees, pollen for pollinators, and serves as a host plant for skipper butterfly caterpillars. Furthermore, it excels in erosion control and revegetation projects due to its adaptability and deep fibrous root system. This extensive root system is not only important in helping native grasses withstand drought periods, but it is also useful in stabilizing soils. Since this grass establishes quickly on disturbed soils, this makes it a perfect choice for banks, slopes, restoration projects, meadows, prairies, mixed plantings, and urban trail landscapes. This North American native is recognized for its high ecological value and low maintenance needs, making it an easy care, unfussy, and beautiful choice. Beyond its ecological and functional benefits, Twilight Zone Little Bluestem adds aesthetic appeal to the landscapes, making it a well-rounded choice for both habitat restoration and ornamental landscaping projects. This little bluestem is a showstopper and a valuable plant for supporting biodiversity conservation in this region. Its adaptability, native status, capacity to provide habitat for wildlife, and erosion control capabilities make it an essential asset for habitat restoration efforts. By incorporating Twilight Zone Little Bluestem into projects, we not only work towards mitigating the loss of plant and animal species, but also celebrate the resilience and ecological importance of native plants. Panicum virgatum heavy metal, commonly known as heavy metal switchgrass, is a favorite switchgrass, well loved for its dramatic, metallic blue foliage and for its strong upright habit that remains standing straight and tall. Pink-tinted, airy blooms appear in July, highlighting the color of its blue leaves. This blue switchgrass serves as a colorful backdrop to other grasses and perennials. It looks stunning in masses and provides a focal point when used as a specimen. A cultivar of native Panicum virgatum, it's an easy choice for meadows and naturalized areas as it's not picky about soil and it's very drought tolerant. Panicum virgatum heavy metal does its best in full sun, but refrain from over-fertilizing as this may cause it to flop. It is one of the oldest and most well-known blue cultivars of Panicum. It's believed that heavy metal will grow near black walnut trees and can even tolerate some salt spray from the ocean. By incorporating heavy metal switchgrass in areas undergoing habitat restoration, we can help recreate essential habitats for local wildlife. One of the significant advantages of Panicum heavy metal is its native status in eastern Canada. Native plants play a vital role in preserving the region's biodiversity, as they have evolved alongside local ecosystems and wildlife. Heavy metal switchgrass provides valuable habitat for various wildlife species, including birds, insects, and small mammals. Its dense growth, seeds, and upright form offer food, shelter, and nesting sites, supporting local fauna. Heavy metal switchgrass can withstand periods of dryness, making it a resilient choice for projects focused on conserving biodiversity in a region subject to varying weather patterns. Beyond its ecological benefits, heavy metal switchgrass adds aesthetic appeal to landscapes, making it an excellent choice for both restoration and ornamental landscaping projects. Panicum heavy metal is also known for being low maintenance, having multi-season interest, and being drought tolerant. This grass is adaptable to a range of applications from bioretention cells to meadow and prairie plantings. It is a key asset for green infrastructure projects. Furthermore, heavy metal is well suited for bioretention in rain gardens. Its deep root system helps in water absorption, while its dense growth helps filter and treat stormwater. This plant is effective in slowing down stormwater runoff and mitigating the impact of heavy rains. It's also a great option for bioswales. The robust root system structure stabilizes soil, making it a natural choice for erosion control. As I talked about already, this plant provides habitat for beneficial insects and wildlife, which enhances the ecological value of the stormwater control practice while slowing and allowing for infiltration of runoff. In meadow and prairie plantings, heavy metal switchgrass looks stunning when planted in mass. Its upright habit and year-round interest adds to the aesthetics of these landscapes. This switchgrass holds significant potential as a biodiversity supporting plant in this region. Its adaptability, native status, capacity to provide habitat for wildlife, erosion control capabilities, green infrastructure uses, and drought tolerance make it a valuable asset for habitat restoration and biodiversity conservation efforts. By incorporating heavy metal switchgrass into these projects, we can contribute to preventing the loss of plant and animal species, but also celebrate the resilience and ecological importance of native plants like this one in eastern Canada. To wrap up this region, we know we can make a difference in our environment by how we take care of it. When we use plants like Carex radiata, Schizocarium twilight zone, and Panicum heavy metal to protect the native forests, pollinators, and wildlife of eastern Canada, we're making the world a better place. Using these plants in your designs or for conservation and restoration projects doesn't just benefit the community, it also shows how resilient our environment is when we look after it properly. Thank you so much for tuning in.